United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another United Spurs of America live stream hosted on our very own YouTube channel. With your host, as always, I'm Michael. He's Jacob, and we're coming to you live post-match. Tottenham 0, AS Roma 1. 29th minute header scored by Roger Ibanez to round out our Premier League, or not Premier League. I'm getting ahead of myself already, Jacob.
You're
our
ready.
Preseason
No, you're ready
campaign.
for the Premier League.
Final preseason match. Premier League starts next Saturday for us, my friend. We're only 7 days away officially. But first of all, yes, Roma 1, Tottenham 0. Initial reactions, how are you feeling today, man? I know there was a lot of optimism. We were hoping to see a lot of the new guys come in and get a lot of minutes today. Some did, some didn't. We'll get into that in a little bit, but how are you feeling, my man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I felt like I wanted to see some people get some minutes. My real quick take on it is the result doesn't matter. We already got our trophy this preseason. We got our preseason trophy. We're in the bag. I know this game may have upset some people, and I think that's a perfect way to bring in our first guest. Actually, this is the first time I think they have ever been on our stream, so we're gonna welcome in C Cubed. How we doing? I'm not too upset, but you told us on Twitter you were pretty upset, so let's hear it. What upset you the most?
Well, first of all, hello, my beautiful gents. I am, the first time on your stream, and I'm raging. I'm not gonna lie.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It really does.
And I have to admit, I've been telling myself, like, this is just preseason. Why am I raging? So I'm like telling myself, it's gonna be a long season for me if I'm already irritated.
Well, hopefully the season's not going to irritate you too much more, because I think what I like to see the most was there was a clear, obvious intent by Conte, in my opinion, to really see what he has as his strongest 11. You saw the starting 11, Højbjerg and Bissouma in the midfield is the first thing my eyes went for, and then the second thing my eyes went for was the wingback position. So then I was looking, okay, Perisic, Doherty, let's see what we got. A little disappointed I didn't see Spence. We saw Emerson come on. And then the substitutions at halftime really, really stand out as well. As like, this could be what he could be showing us kind of his intent here, right? Is what's my best midfield pairing? What's my best wingback pairing? How do they look with the front three? Harry Kane played full game. Yep. It was a little nerve-wracking. But
yeah, that was
Michael, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right, man. Last preseason game. I'm ready for the Premier League to start. Was hoping for a goal or two. I'm not going to lie, but let's get into it right here, man. Let's look at the starting 11, you guys. Hugo in net, obviously going to be our number one, our captain this season. And then we saw a similar back three that we've been seeing a lot throughout this preseason campaign. Romero on the right, Dyer in the middle, and Sanchez on the left. Not sure why Romero is in the middle there, but Romero was playing on the right per usual. And then we had Doughboy on the right, wing-back position, Perisic on the left, getting another start there. It was very, very nice to see Perisic. Very good performance. We'll get into that in a little bit. But very positive for me from Perisic. Then Højbjerg and Bissouma. I think this was sort of the position that everyone was looking forward to. Which pairing would Antonio Conte go with? Would it be Bissouma and Højbjerg, Bissouma and Bentancur, Højbjerg and Bentancur? Oliver Skipp misses out with a foot injury, I believe it was, but does misses out through injury. It'll be interesting to see what Conte's comments are post-game. To see whether or not he's going to be available at the weekend or whether they know his status for next weekend for our Premier League opener. And then Kulusevski, Sonny, and Kane rounding out the 11. Cubed, we'll kick it off to you first off. What were your reactions to our 11, and what were you hoping to see at least start the first half?
Yeah, so I wasn't surprised that he started Højbjerg. I think I even predicted it because he's clearly a Conte favorite. I think he thinks that he's he's like the guy, the general in the middle. He's the leader, so I'm not surprised at all. But I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't try at least the Bissouma Bentancur combo, just to kind of like see how it would work out. Because
Yeah.
what if Hoiberg gets like, what if he gets injured or something, And so he didn't even try it. And I feel like maybe there's a possibility that Hoiberg and Bissouma could be even better of a combo. And so that was kind of disappointing. But otherwise, I mean, I was fine with this starting lineup. I felt like it was the starting lineup that makes the most sense. Doherty was like made sense because he hasn't played in a while. He didn't play Rangers. And then I think Sanchez for me was the most surprising one that started. I thought that he would start like Longley. So, but otherwise, I was like cool with it.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I've said it time and time again, for sure, on the streams and in our podcast, but I do not want to see Sanchez play on the left-hand side in an actual Premier League game, or a game that actually matters for that matter. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty strong 11. Again, I think I agree with Cubed. I thought we were going to see Bissouma and Bentancur rather than Højbjerg and Bentancur, which we saw in the second half, but regardless, we saw Bissouma and a Højbjerg pairing that we haven't seen as often as other pairings throughout this preseason campaign. Jacob, what about you, man? What were your initial thoughts on the 11, and what were you hoping to see, at least for the first 45?
Bissouma on the starting 11. I like that. The number 38's growing on me. That's another takeaway I had from the game. Number 38, surprisingly looks really well on him. What's up, Full He's got this ongoing joke. He got this ongoing joke where he, like, even if you're not there, he'll just be like, "What's up, Mike?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's me." He's like, "Oh, hey, I guess." And so, big up Full Bull. He found the channel. Yeah, bro, we got Mourinho. Truly. Really, my thoughts when I saw the 11. I was just excited because I saw Bissouma and Perisic, honestly, and we all kind of knew this was our front three, our strongest front three. Yeah. Doherty was like, he's coming back from injury. Let's kind of see what he's got. Let's see what he's doing. Dyer, Romero, Sanchez is a little questionable. The fact that he was trying Sanchez out at Longley. And I was kind of talking with you a little bit about this, Michael, that I'm curious if there's just some kind of like Conte loyalty he's got to these dogs that rode with him to the top four. You know what I mean? Yeah. In regards to Kulusevski always getting the nod over Richarlison, and I think that, little teaser, I think he's solidified that last season, like, he's not going to be out of the starting 11, and that's going to have to be Richarlison's job to win, basically.
Yeah.
And Sanchez, I mean, I argue all the time, without the header versus Watford, we don't get top four. It's that simple. Those last three games, if he didn't play as well as he did, I mean, I understand they're weaker quality teams, but Davinson Sanchez, he's a dog, and he's super fit. He's in great shape, and Conte can make him a beast, I think. So it was interesting to see, and I thought he did good. He had a real good clearance, too, coming in all the way from the left side into the right in the box. It was early on in the game. I don't remember who it was on, but he showed better things today at the left center back position than I think he did the first time. The first time he looked lost. Yeah. So it's good to see that progress, but I'm just curious, are we conserving Ben Davies? Is Ben Davies hurt? I heard there might be a minor injury. What's up with Oliver Skip?
He was in the boot. Remember, he was in the boot after which game was it? It wasn't Rangers, because he missed out on the Rangers game. The game before that.
It was in Sevilla.
In Sevilla. Yeah, Sevilla, where he was seen in the walking boot post-match. So I think Conte's just trying to rest him, get him ready for Southampton. I think he's a slight doubt. It'll be interesting to see what Conte says post-match, but I think he'll be a slight doubt for the Southampton match. And I think maybe this is a sneak peek. And I agree with Cubed what she said earlier on. I thought we were going to see Longley in that left center back position because, I mean, we've already said it. Premier League starts in 7 days for us. Next Saturday, we're going to take the field against Southampton, and whether we're going to see Longley or Sanchez, one of them is going to have to start on that left-hand side if Ben Davies cannot. And I know a lot of people prefer Longley over Davies. That's the reason why we brought him in. There are some people that do believe that, and there's some people who think that Ben Davies still needs to, until proven otherwise, be given the starting left center back position. So it'll be interesting to see, because if Davies is out, I think we might see Sanchez start against Southampton just because he's played there so often throughout preseason. And it's obviously something that Conte is testing out, or maybe even just forced to play. But even when Davies was available, we had seen Sanchez on the left-hand side.
Yeah. No, I don't know whether to be alarmed about it or excited about it. What's up, Madarius, my dog? Been big ups. I want to take this moment to say big ups to everyone in the chat.
Yes.
Big ups to everyone.
Subscribe. Hit the like button as well. Hit the notification. If you guys got a notification that this live stream was going on, hey, that's the purpose. It's to let you guys know in case we do an impromptu live stream. We might be doing a bunch more of these post-match live reactions with you guys as the season goes along as well. We're trying to interact with you guys as much as possible. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much for joining us today for a post-match live reaction.
Yeah, or if you're watching this back, even if you ain't watching this live, hit them comments. I got it on my phone right here. This thing is a smartphone, so I'll see you. I'll see you in the comments. But whew, man, I really thought we should have turned that game over on its head. There was a few chances there, kind of around the 30-minute mark, and then a few chances in the second half.
Both teams, man. Roma almost scored in the second minute.
You know who really? There's two people that really didn't impress me today. And one plays for us, and one plays for the opposition. And I'm going to start with the opposition. I'll say Zaniolo was unimpressive. Everyone was talking about how great this guy is, and once he's healthy. Hey, I've seen him in a few preseason games now, just because I follow my dog Jose, because he's the homie. But sorry, I was watching you, Michael, and then you took your camera off, and I was like, wait. I was looking at you, bro.
Not for Jose.
You won't be on screen when I'm talking about Jose. That threw me off, bro. I'm so sorry. What the hell was I talking about?
We were talking about Zaniolo.
Oh, yeah. I just was unimpressed. I thought he showed some good passing. But other than that, I was just kind of like, meh, about the guy. I didn't really think there was anything all these people getting hyped up about. You know, who knows? I've watched him a few times in preseason. Once he got a red card because he was acting a fool, and then today.
Yeah, he was acting a fool today too.
Yeah, they were all acting a fool. But you know what? They playing for Jose Mourinho. He's getting them to fight for the badge, and that's something he got some people to do. Harry Kane is one of those people. Golden Boot and Playmaker of the Year would say that Jose's a great coach. But my other person that I was unimpressed with from our side, that I was really wanting to see something from, was Richarlison. Honestly, it was Richarlison. I thought that he left a little bit to be desired. I know he didn't get. I wanted to see him get more minutes. I remember around 55 minutes, I was talking to Michael like, when is he gonna get? Why is Kane still out there? Why is Son still out there? What's going on here? I didn't want to see our players get that many minutes, but you know, hey. Conte we trust, right? So
yeah,
just gotta believe.
He had a nice little run in the second half. There was that nice little run, and he got taken down. But I feel like he was ready to score right there. I thought he was going to. I was like, yes, and then no.
He also had an opportunity late on when Kane was called offside. Kane played a perfect cross into him, and all he had to do was tap it in. He had another opportunity there, but they called Kane offside.
I guess I saw from him what I've seen from him when we play Everton. Whenever he was there, was just kind of meh. You know what I mean?
I still think that when it comes down to it, man, he comes on in the Premier League, whether it be the Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, whatever. I still just have that feeling, since he's got that dog in him, that he's going to be fine, man. I still don't. I'm not hesitating at all on my Richarlison takes. I still think he's going to come good for us. I really do.
Yeah. And I hope that's not me dogging on the guy. I mean, it's hard for me to dog on him when, you know, he barely got a run in today, I think.
Yeah.
Who
did get a lot of minutes, though, was Perisic. And I think he was the one who impressed me the most. And Wikipedia, yeah, I saw that comment. I thought he was probably the one that impressed me the most. You know, he hadn't featured as much as other players in our 11 today throughout this preseason so far. So it was really nice to see him get the majority of the minutes at that left wing back position before Sessegnon came on in his place in the second half. But for me, I thought Perisic looked really, really bright. He had a few chances to score, almost did, into the back post. He lasered a shot across goal, but unfortunately it was just a few inches/feet wide. But I don't know about y'all, but Perisic, I think, impressed me the most.
He pulled up shooting.
Same.
He pulled up shooting, and I like to see it.
I thought he played like the style that he played. He was really involved with the midfield and the attack in terms of playing 1-2s, making runs in behind, and looking for those runs in behind with Sonny, Basuma, We saw Højbjerg as well play on that left-hand side with him. So I thought he played really, really good along with our midfield and our attack. I think that's what impressed me the most. It was really fluid. You could really see Conte ball in effect at points throughout both halves with Perisic, and I thought that he really embodied the true wing-back position and the demands that Conte wants from that position as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that he was the best player on the pitch for me as well. And then I think runner-up would be Cootie. I mean, some people were saying that he was sloppy or he made some mistakes, but no,
great
he was.
tackles.
Oh my gosh, he was BDE. Like he saved the day so many times. And
Choke a motherfucker.
yeah, exactly. And
Pull
Wikipedia, I am worried about defending against set pieces and corners. I am worried.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, should we be worrying about? We've been problematic there for.
I mean, we
quite
hired a
some time.
coach for this problem, and it's just unfortunate the way that we lost today because it was off of a set piece. Like I mentioned earlier on, Roger Ibanez, 29th minute header off of a corner. Unfortunate. Perisic was marking him, and then I do believe also Dyer was in the vicinity as well, who could have cleared it out. So unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it made or break the game, and that's going to happen this year in the Premier League if we don't improve enough. So I agree with you, Cubed. I think it's a worry for me right now as well. What about you, Jacob?
I'm not too worried. I don't know why. I'm just like, I guess
It's
I'm
been a
rolling in
weakness
the
for
good.
us for years, man, and
I guess I'm used to it, right? So whenever we defend
Yeah.
it well, I'm just like, that's nice, that's good. I'm not saying I know what the other side of that looks like necessarily, but I thought Perisic looked good. My thoughts on on Doughboy.
it was all right. I thought it was all right. I thought it was decent.
I didn't think he was horrible. There was one chance there where Kane kind of got in his way, but
I thought
also
he had a similar impact as like Perisic did in terms of him making runs into the box. He was very active, was very involved within the midfield and the attack today. I just thought that the fullbacks, I think, were probably my bright spot, if anything. If there was like anything positive to take away from today, I thought our fullbacks really embodied the Conte style and football that he wants to play.
yeah. No, I agree. I didn't have too much bad to say about the guy. I
Yeah,
didn't think he
yeah.
was horrible. The thing that concerned me was
I thought he was better than Emerson.
we have our our biggest defender, right? Eric Dyer can't defend on a set piece. Going forward, our best 11's looking like no matter what, you're putting Eric Dyer in it. That's a concern for me. That is a little worry. That's what I'm worried about.
You're getting
Less-
worried about Dyer again?
I'm getting worried, bro. He didn't
Really?
I'm getting worried. You kind of told me I'll let you speak on it if you want to speak on it, but for me, I'm just worried that that's our best. I'm worried that like we ain't got nothing better than
We don't right now. You would be right in saying that we don't. And I think that's
Oh.
we had talked about it yesterday, man, on our live stream that that was the position center back that really needs addressing because Tangenga's potentially going out. We've already said that. Davies just got injured, so we're one injury down from a very thin left center back position. So I think that we're going to see some signings, maybe even before next Saturday, in that position. And then I think today also really opened our eyes with how are we going to open up a low block? How are we going to pick apart stubborn defenses like the one that we saw against Roma today? I think the attacking midfielder position, maybe a creative midfielder position, is another need that maybe is not necessarily a glaring issue, but I think it came into the light again today. But for me, center back position for sure today was a little bit concerning for me because, like I said, Davies was out, Longley didn't start. I don't really want to see Sanchez back there. It'll just be interesting to see how much of I guess a threat Longley will be in terms of that starting 11 left center back position. But right now, it's a concern for me.
I've been worried about our defense like all preseason because we need to sign a Rolls Royce like center back.
we
left
got
center
one,
back, whatever.
but we need two.
Yeah, exactly. We
Yeah.
need like at least one more or something.
Mhm.
But because like the fact that we have not had a clean sheet all preseason, like that kind of concerns me. Like not
That's a
one
good
single
point.
clean
Yeah.
sheet.
No, that's a good point. What's up, Tricky One? I think previously known as Sam Lee, the longtime supporter of the pod. Appreciate you joining today. Says didn't see the game, still don't think there's any need to overreact.
Yeah, I'm not trying to overreact, but there's
No, I
definitely
don't think
things
there's
that I
any
didn't like today.
overreaction. It's just something like because preseason's closing as a whole, right? And so I'm looking back, I'm thinking about the Korea game, I'm thinking about Sevilla, I'm thinking about Rangers, I'm thinking about this game today, and there's just one, there's one glaring thing that I'm like, we're one injury away, which Ben Davies, if we get one more injury, bro, we're going to have a hard time.
I think I'm more
Especially
worried
if
about
Odin
the
goes
depth
out.
than like Dyer. You know, I think you
Right.
brought up Dyer, and I'll go ahead and get into it, man. The reason
Mhm.
why I don't necessarily think we should be worried about Dyer yet is because Tricky mentioned it. Yeah, right there. Just had a really, really good season. Like one of the best seasons he's ever had, maybe the best season he's ever had.
It is
In his
a-
Spurs
yeah,
shirt,
I would
especially
say
at the
that.
center back position. At the center back position, definitely. He did have some decent seasons in the midfield earlier on in his tenure, but in terms of the center back position, I thought it was his best season yet in a Spurs shirt, which was really, really positive to see. He was one of the most consistent, and he was one of the best across the entirety of the season. It wasn't really the ebbs and flows that we've been used to seeing with Eric Dyer, where he's on his shit one week and then he's not the next. He was very
Yeah.
consistent. I thought he was solid. So for me, it's a World Cup year. We already know he's eyeing one of those spots in that World Cup squad for England. I think he will be rewarded with it if he continues to play like he did last season. So for me, he's got a lot of incentive, especially this first half of the season, to play very well. And he needs to be on point on his shit because already he's on the outside looking in. Barely, but he still is. Let's be realistic. Southgate hasn't included him. So for right now, I'm not worried because I think he's got that drive, that fire right now to prove himself once again. And it'll be really positive if he has back-to-back good seasons because, again, that's something that we haven't seen yet. At first, we haven't seen him have a really good, consistent good season, and now we need to see it for consistent seasons, you know, multiple times, if that makes sense.
No, correct. And I mean, you asked me what our strong. We're going to talk about it later, but I mean, when we talk about our strongest 11, Dyer is our strongest 11 right now.
Yeah.
I have been saying I want to see world class, like exactly what Cubes was saying. I want to see another Rolls Royce come in.
Yeah.
You put Eric Dyer in between two Rolls Royces, I think he could do an adequate job. I'm not saying Ben Davies is shit either. I think he probably had his best season in a Tottenham kit last season too. If he went down at any point last season, we were fucked, bro. And for me, a little weird seeing, you know, again, like we said, Sanchez starting there at the left center back instead of Clementine. But when I saw Clementine come in, he didn't look all that bad. I'll put it that way. He had some good. He did what he's been touted as doing well, which was balls over the top,
I think there
passing,
was
and ball control.
one chance that he gave up, and it was the one where Romero came in and just clattered. What was it, Zaniolo, right? It was Zaniolo?
Yeah, it was Zaniolo.
Yeah. And Romero came in and cleaned it up, but I think that was the only time where Longley was really beat off the ball, I would say. I thought he was decent today.
I would actually say that he was one of the bright spots in the second
Yeah.
half. Like, I actually think that he was one of the better players on the pitch on the second half.
His passing is for sure better than Sanchez's passing. The defensive part, I feel like, is still up for debate. The position of left center back, I don't know if that's necessarily where Sanchez should be. But hey, if that's where Conte thinks he's going to shine, then I'm all for it. You know, when Lucas Moura came in, he kind of. It's interesting. I'm trying to watch like what these players in different positions and kind of where they're occupying space in the field. I'm trying to understand. Like Lucas Moura came in and he was kind of sitting in behind Harry Kane, you know, and he wasn't on the wing, he wasn't on the wing back, and it was like, I don't know what his position is. Maybe he's out of position. It's just, I feel like there's so many things I could take away personally from like what I saw and infer my own things. Like maybe the starting 11 today was our strongest starting 11, and Conte wanted to see it. And then at halftime, he made the changes of Clementine for Sanchez and Bentancur for Bissouma. And by doing that, and just that, and only that, I felt like kind of also shows maybe this might be my best 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's real interesting to say. Maybe I'm just reading too much about it, and Conte's mind fucking us all. But either way, I think I wanted to see some of those attacking options coming a little sooner, like for Richarlison. For Charlie and company.
Yeah. What about you, Cube? Were you discouraged that Harry Kane played all 90 minutes? Were you upset that Sonny and Kane played more than one half? For me, I was going into this game and I told Jacob, and I think I said it on the stream yesterday as well, I was going to be upset if Kane, Son, and like Romero and Basuma played more than 45 minutes today. And Kane ended up playing 90. I think Sonny played 65 or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well. And that's, I mean, that's par from the course from last season, right? That was exactly what he did last season, was have Kane play the entire match and then bring off Sonny and Kulu at like the 70-minute mark. That's exactly what he did all season long. So it kind of seems like that's what he's doing again, maybe. I don't know. I just feel a little bit like, even if you're gonna, okay, this is what actually annoyed me as well. I was a little annoyed in particular that he didn't take Kane off when he took Son and Decky off. Because I was like, again, like, first of all, you're risking him getting injured and overplayed. And then second of all, it also shows again, like, you're giving him opportunities that you just don't give to Decky and Son to score goals or whatever. And so I was like, which is why, again, I feel like I have to do the perennial, like, it's almost every time it's going to have to be like a moment of silence for, you know where I'm headed, Jacob.
I know where you're going.
Moment of silence for Kane's attempt at a free kick. Once again.
Yeah. Off the
And I'm
wall.
like,
Didn't even make it around the wall this time.
He didn't last time either.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
I'm
wondering
like,
how long.
Let's try not to talk about it too much, all right?
How long do we let this man keep going? My theory is this on the whole
Hey,
thing.
but what did I say, Jacob? I said who else was going to take it?
On the pitch at that
Sonny
moment.
Was already, Sonny was already
Sonny
off.
was
Maybe
on.
Dyer, I guess. Dyer,
Dyer.
but
honestly, at this point,
but that's
I
why
kind
you need
of
to take him off sometimes.
yeah.
or just say, Harry, we love you. Everything you do. This is what I would say to him, and this is kind of my interpretation of what's happening here. You can only be so good and the best at so many different things, but not everything. No one's perfect. You know, Harry Kane, 5-star weak foot, 5-star third foot, everything. He can curl it from outside the box. He can curl it from inside the box. Headers. He can volley. He can do so much passing. He can balls over the top. Like his vision, his understanding of the game. There's so many things Harry Kane does elite, world class, at another level. He's just showing he's a human. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got some final thing that, like, you know, maybe they're just not that good at. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But when it comes to Harry Kane, I forgive him. But I do think at some point, someone's got to tell him, dog, you can't be you got to just give it to somebody else, anybody else. Michael was like, who else on the pitch? And I was like, you're right. I don't know, maybe Dyer. But if not Dyer, I was like, fuck it. Let anyone take it. Give it to Romero. Who cares?
Just give him a shot. Just let him try. You know, it's preseason.
Anybody.
Yeah, it's just
Anybody.
It's preseason.
I think it's a pride thing. I think he's like, I'm that guy, which he is that guy. But I don't think free kicks define whether you're that guy or not. But you know what? That's not.
I'm just saying, if we had James Madison, he would have.
Where's the bobblehead? I ain't seen the bobblehead.
Man, it's here. I was going to pull it out, but then y'all started talking your shit, so I decided to keep it down.
No shit talking. Just observations.
About him.
Observations, you know.
Nah, I know it's all love. It's all love.
You know, we here at United Spurs of America, we would never publicly talk shit about anybody.
No.
Definitely no one wearing a Tottenham Hotspur shirt.
No.
Singing and free kicks is something Kane should be banned from doing. Lloris should. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Or I think Forster was on at the time, so fuck it. Just put Forster on.
No, put him in the box. Cross it to fucking Forster.
That's
that
true.
man's a tower.
That is true. Y'all, any final thoughts on the match? I don't know if we wanted to do man of the match and BD. You can't really give the man of the match.
I mean, all of it.
I guess. But
or your favorite player, your favorite. How about when we lose, we start doing like your least disappointing Tottenham player?
Oh God. Maybe for the actual season, but for preseason, since it doesn't really matter, I guess we can just say who impressed you the most. For me, Perisic.
Christian Romero.
What about y'all?
Christian Romero. I was just watching Romero.
Same. Perisic and Kuti did the best for sure. And the reason why I'm raging is just because I was like, I just don't want to see Jose's smug smile. That's what I didn't want to see. And so I'm like a little bit bummed, even though I know it's preseason.
Dang, you
that
hate
we
Jose
lost.
too? Everybody hate Jose.
I don't hate him. I actually don't hate him. I'm just like Team Conte. And I just know that he was going to be like smug about it. And so I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. So that was the only reason why. But actually, like, I know it's preseason. I know it's not that serious. But yeah. And
Can I talk a little bit? We're wrapping up our final things here, and the fact this is my last opportunity to really talk about Jose Mourinho. Good evening, Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
Oh, Jamie.
I did text I text Michael and I said, please don't hate me. I love you. But every time they show Jose Mourinho, I just get a little emotional inside. And he just texts back, what the fuck? And, it's okay. I think you can be Team Conte and still appreciate Jose for who he is. Not necessarily the job that he did, but he got us to a cup final. And I'd never shut up about it either. If I was that man, I'd be like, bro, I got you to cup final. You fired me before I could even play it. Yeah. So I feel like he's a great manager. We did him wrong. And he got the last laugh today. And he also won the Conference Cup, the same cup we were fighting for last year. So to me, Jose Mourinho holds a special part. I did want to see us beat him, quite frankly, because I'm all on the Conte train. If you ask me to pick between Conte or Jose, obviously I'm picking Conte because Conte's winning now. This is his time. Jose's time was. Now he's just, he's Jose. He's still the special one, but he's the special one can only be special for so long, until someone else does a job. I just think Conte is that dude right now. So
speaking of someone special to us and the podcast, we would like to welcome in Mile High Hotspur and Colorado Spurs' very own Leo. How's it going, my friend? How we doing?
What's up, you guys? What's up? Am I good? You guys hear me good?
Yeah, you sound beautiful, man. You sound beautiful.
I ask every time. First, I just want to say, put some respect. Okay, you guys, respect.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
Premier Leagues, respect, okay?
Respect, man. Respect. I love it, bro. What's up? Respect.
Been good, man. We were actually wrapping up our Roma and Tottenham talk, so we wanted to let you give your initial thoughts and overall,
who impressed you the most.
Well, yeah, who impressed you the most and maybe who didn't. But yeah, thoughts on the 1-0 defeat to AS Roma today?
First, bro, I want to say what's up to C-Cube. How you doing?
Hey.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you and beyond. Yeah, so just what's up? Big up to you. As far as the game goes, oh my God, man. I knew it was going to be a tricky one. It was preseason. I really didn't expect Mr. Respect to park the bus like that towards the end of the game, but he did anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wanted that little trophy.
Yeah.
He racking him up.
One thing is one takeaway from the game for sure, bro, is Doherty is looking like he's playing for a spot on that team.
Yeah, we said earlier that he was one of the brighter spots today, for sure. I thought the wingback position in specific, Perisic and Doughboy were very bright today. I agree.
I think that maybe if Kane wasn't in his way when he had that, when Højbjerg threw that dinker up over the top and to the back post, and both him and Kane went up for it, and Kane, I think, kind of knocked it out of bounds or whatever. Man, yeah. I'm interested to see what would happen had Doherty been able to get on that, without somebody being in front of him. But other than that, man, I was really stoked to see Basuma start. I was listening on the way home. I was listening to you guys on the way home, and I know how you guys said something about maybe having Bentancur Bentancur and having Bentancur and Basuma on at the same time would have been something to look forward to. But for some reason we didn't get to see that. I'm excited to see that eventually. I'm a little worried about our squad going in, not the squad, but I'm a little worried about our starting 11 going into the game next week. We're lucky we're not facing a Man City to start off the season, because it'd be a lot more worrying, man. I'm glad we have Southampton coming up, because
what's worrying you exactly?
I don't know if Conte knows exactly what his 11 is going to be. For example, like I just said, Doherty comes in and he looked like he's fighting for a spot. Perisic he looked really good. He looked really
We
good on
know
that left
Perisic
side.
is gonna start. Come
Yeah.
on, there's
Yeah.
no one better on that side than that man.
I get
That's
that,
what
I
a
get
wingback looks like.
The center of our midfield is it's up in the air, dude. What's going on with Oliver Skip? You know, like I'm just worried,
Yeah.
man. What's going on?
Højbjerg looked
I like
decent
the way-
today.
He did. Højbjerg did some Højbjerg shit.
I
you know what I
thought
mean?
Bentancur-
Yeah,
Bentancur-
yeah. We were talking about that too, Leo. We were like,
does,
for every
like, three
things he
great-
does good, he has like 2 dumbass moments.
Yeah, and you're just
Yeah,
kind of like,
well-
man, what was that, bro? I'm trying to defend you, but he has some good balls over the top that created some chances. So I really think I thought Bentancur kind of struggled with his passing a little bit. I thought he was a little inaccurate, but what do I know? Just from what I saw, my initial reaction. But
Well,
I
I
wanna-
mean, he's stepping in. He's stepping in the middle of the game, you know, to try and make some adjustments. I wonder if that's got to do with the way his game is going. You know, instead of being a starter, or let's just say from the get go, you know, and 0-0, you get to play a little bit more comfortable, as opposed to maybe coming in at halftime being 1-0 down, and you have to make shit happen.
true.
So I
agree
can
with you, Leo.
I can imagine something like that, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Leo, because we all know that our squad always takes a little bit of time to settle in. And that was like what happened again this time. I think it's like happened like every game. So
Yeah.
I think that maybe like Bentancur has gotten into that rhythm as well of being like, oh, I need a little bit of time to settle in, and that kind of affected things. But I just want to clear the air about Skip, because a lot of people have been saying that they're worried about Skippy. I think his injury was pretty minor. He just got a stud on like the top of his foot in like training, and he needed stitches. So it's not like
Oh,
a
God.
Oh, so
recurring.
it's just
Yeah,
a
it's not
skin
like-
thing.
Yeah, it's not like a recurring thing or like a, prevalent
Okay.
thing or anything like that. So I wouldn't be too worried about Skippy in that case.
Yep. Well, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
worried about Skippy. I'm worried about Skippy.
I
You know
just
how
hope
long
he
the last injury
stays
took him?
healthy,
and
man.
then he got an infection. I'm hoping like he's just lay in bed, bro. You know what I mean?
Do
your
not
little
get that
massage here
foot
and there.
infected, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
You
we're
know,
out.
just keep it. Yeah, you know, just so yeah. But big up, thank you for that heads up in that news, CQ.
For sure.
Yeah, and-
Well,
Before we last thing I would just say is also like just the ref. That was the last thing I would want to mention is just the ref is like
Terrible.
monkey see no. I know the monkey see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It's like sees nothing. It's like, yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
so everyone, we do have Premier League football back next week. Thank God it's finally here. But first off, we have Southampton at home to begin the Premier League season. We've been talking about it throughout the episode. What's our best 11? Who would you start? And I wanted to open it up with you guys. Who is in your starting 11 when we face Southampton next week? And this is obviously without anyone coming in the next 7 days. Jacob, I'm going to start with you.
You want me to start this thing off?
Yeah.
Well, this is assuming there's no little bit of any. I mean, honestly, even if I think we bring someone in, I don't know if they crack the 11 at this point, because it's 7 days away, right? It's next Saturday.
Yep.
So, for me, I'm gonna say the strongest 11 that you're gonna put forward for Southampton is gonna look pretty similar. I'm gonna surprise everybody and say, instead of Sanchez, give me Clementine. Let's just see it. He looked decent. The defending was hit or miss, but in this system, I think Conte likes the center back to hold the ball, play the ball, run with the ball, pass the ball long, do stuff with the ball as a center back. And for me, hey, maybe that's a sign of things to come. That's why we got this guy, because that's the thing he's good at, not necessarily an outstanding defender. So my 11 obviously going to be Hugo, Daddy, Lloris, and net. I'm not saying this is what's going to be starting, but my starting 11, not what I think is going to be Hugo, and I would do Spence. He's not going to start. I think it's going to be Royale that starts. But if you're asking me, man, Spence deserves some time today, and I'm really disappointed to not see him.
Yeah.
So in regards to who is probably going to start, it's probably going to be either Doherty or Royale. And then I think it's obviously going to be Romero, Dyer, Davies if he's healthy. If Davies isn't healthy, I'm going Longley. Left is going to be Perisic all day. I'm going to, honestly, you know how much I ride with Basuma, and that's my dude. I'm going to go Bentancur and Højbjerg together in the midfield just because I feel like they know each other better. Basuma and Højbjerg didn't always look on the same page. Sometimes look like they were trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's just a sign of players who haven't had enough time on the field together. So I think the more Basuma trains and understands, kind of where we're going, what we're expecting, and all that, like, I think our strongest 11 is still Bentancur and Højbjerg there in the middle because we have so much creativity with Sonny, Kane, and Kulu in the top, and that's also my front three as well because I don't think Richarlison comes in and unseats Kulusevski. Kulusevski has really dug his heels into that position and solidified. I mean, last year he helped us. Yeah, he was fantastic. So that's going to be my starting 11.
All right, Tricky, you're up next. Who you got? Southampton at home next Saturday, and you're the manager. Who's in your 11?
Who's tricky? In the
I
chat?
said, I said Tricky. Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant Cubed. I'm sorry, Cubed.
That's all right.
Oh,
I actually
like,
said
you mean
Tricky
tricky in
because
the
I was
chat?
reading.
Your comment.
I was reading Cube's comment. Cheers, Tricky, and I read it and I said Tricky at the same time. So I apologize.
But what's up, Tricky?
Yeah, what's up,
big
Tricky? Shout out Tricky in the chat. Sorry, Cubed. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say it's probably going to be. I think I have what Conte is going to do and what I would do. I feel like Conte is going to do almost exactly what he did for, like, starting for this past match. I think the only difference is I do think that he's going to potentially start with Davies if he actually is fit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to maybe, if he's not fit, then he's going to start with Longley. So, yeah. And then he might actually start with, like, Betancourt over Basuma. And then otherwise, like, pretty much everybody is, like, the same. Because I feel like Conte is, like, I think he's big on, like, trusting people. You know what I mean? Like, he's really big on, like, if you, like, gained his trust. And so I think he trusts the people that he, like, left off with last season. But for me, I would probably start Longley over Davies. And I would say, actually, I probably would actually start the same, as him, to be totally honest. Might as well, and then I would probably bring in a couple of different players in, like, halftime or something, which I think he might do. Like, I feel like he's going to start with Højbjerg and Bendencourt and bring on Basuma in, like, halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I like it. What about you, Leo? You got a starting 11 for next season? Or, I guess technically next season, but for next week?
Yeah, so I'm going to go Hugo for sure. Then I'm going to go with back three of Romero, Dyer, and I'm gonna if Davies is fit, which I believe he's supposed to be fit, guys. Am I mistaken?
I think he's a slight doubt, but it hasn't been confirmed that he's out. So
okay, well, I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say he's gonna be out. So I'm gonna put Davinson Sanchez there.
Okay.
And again, just like Cube, this will be what I think Conte's gonna do, and then I'll do like what I would prefer. So Romero, Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, probably two wing backs. I'm gonna go with Doherty and Perisic, and then in the midfield I'm gonna go with I hate to do this. I'm gonna go with Højbjerg and Bentancur.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with the typical three killers up top, Kulu, Kane, and Sonny.
Okay.
What I would like to see done is I would like to see Langley play on the left side of the three. I would keep Dyer and Romero. I would definitely do Perisic. I would like to throw in. I'd like to just throw Spence in the fire and tell him, "Hey, brother, you gotta, you gotta learn somehow."
Sink or
I
swim.
mean,
Same,
not
bro.
learn, yeah,
Same. Throw
Sink or
him in.
swim.
yeah. Not that you got to learn, but yeah, like you're about to go out there and show your fans what you're gonna do.
Week
And
1.
I'd like to.
Go.
Yeah, bro. And I'd like to see Basuma and Bentancur in the middle. And I don't mind the three up top how it is. Let's just say, just for argument's sake, I would say let's throw Richarlison in instead of Kulu just to mix it up a little bit and see what they could do. Them three together. Mistake me if I'm wrong. Have they played them three up top any minutes in preseason together?
Yes, I believe they started together last game.
Yeah, they've played.
Richarlison?
Yeah,
with
Richarlison
Richarlison.
started. Richarlison started
Okay.
because Kulusevski was injured. Remember?
That's
Oh no,
right.
that was Sevilla.
No, that was Sevilla. Sevilla. Sorry, that was Sevilla. Yeah, you're right, Q.
But Decky started with the last game. The only thing is with Richie, he's banned from Southampton game.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
banned
can't
for
play
the
at all.
first game
Yeah, you're right.
for the flare,
You're right.
the last season's flare incident with the Everton fans. But yeah, no, I think for me, I think my 11 would be the same as today, but swap out Sanchez with Davies. I think that if he's healthy, he's going to be in there, and then swap out Højbjerg with Bentancur. But I think this is going to be our 11 come next Saturday. I really do. Hugo and net, Doughboy and Perisic at the wing backs, Romero, Dyer, and Davies at the back three, Basuma, Bentancur in the middle, and then Sonny, Kane, and Kulusevski leading the line up top. I truly do think so. And it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting because, obviously Richarlison's out for the first match. He's suspended. So will he get some more game time the following week against Southampton at Stamford Bridge? I just wanted to go over real quick with y'all because obviously Southampton is next week, but I also wanted to look a little bit of ahead to the month of August as a whole because our first 5 games are actually within the first month of the season. Starts on August 6th and ends with the 31st with West Ham. But I wanted to get y'all's takes real quick. How many points do you think we get out of these 5 games, out of 15? Jacob, I'm going to start with you.
Bruh. You want my honest? You want my honest answer?
Yeah, honest answer.
Okay. All right. My honest answer, Southampton, that's a 3-pointer. I see us getting a draw at Stamford Bridge because we're some dogs, we're some animals. And I think Chelsea's on the decline. I think we can definitely unseat them in that 3rd position for sure this season. So I'm going to say a draw at Stamford Bridge. That's 4 points. That's going to be a dub against Adama Traore's Wetness Wolves. So that's going to be 7 points. And then add another 3 points because Nottingham Forest is about to get Jed Spenced. So what am I saying, at 10 points? And then West Splam, the Splammers at the Bubble Stadium.
On the road. Yeah, on the road.
The West Splam Splammers at the Bubble Stadium. I'm saying 3 points. Antonio Conte walking out there, and he's going to be in like an all-black suit. He's going to be dressed for business when he pull up to the Bubble Stadium. 13 points.
I'm going to
4
agree.
dubs, 1 draw.
Before everyone else goes, I'm going to agree. I say 13 points. I think we win everything except for Chelsea, but I do think we actually get a result. I know we haven't had the best of luck or, just effort against Chelsea over the past few seasons, but I do truly think that this season will be different. I agree, Jacob. I don't think they're as strong as last season, especially on that back line. I know they got a few good signings, Kula Daddy and such, but I still think that they're losing a little bit of quality. Apparently Timo Werner's out the door as well, so the attack is a little bit
I prefer he
suspect to
stays.
begin with. So yeah, me too. But regardless, there's a lot of uncertainties in that 11. So I just think we'll get a result, at least 1 point at Stamford Bridge. Leo, I'll kick it over to you, my friend. How many points out of 15 in the first 5?
Damn. Yeah, so I'll go game by game, just like Jacob started off. I think we're gonna pull off 3 points against Southampton. I'm gonna go for 3 points at Stamford Bridge just because.
Wow.
The 15th is my birthday, so the
Let's
day after is
go.
my birthday. So I'm hoping I get a little birthday gift. That's the only reason I'm changing it up there. I think against Traore and the Wolves, we'll get
The Wetness
3.
Wolves.
The Wetness Wolves. And yeah, again, Nottingham Forest, we're gonna get 3. I think
I
against
think it's
West
going to be a
Ham.
tricky one, man. I think the Nottingham Forest game is going to be a little bit of a tricky one. They got a good atmosphere out there.
Yeah, you're right,
It's
and
fair
it is
shout.
away.
Fair shout.
But I think they're gonna get spent, like the homie said. But I think the game against West Ham at the Olympic Stadium is gonna be harder. I think if that's where they play, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, yeah.
That game to me is where I think we'll draw. So I'm gonna go with 13 points as well. But I think our
Okay.
draw is gonna come against the Jammers.
Okay.
The West
I like
Blam
it.
Glamours.
I respect it. They do give us trouble every now and again, so I
They
can
do,
definitely
bro.
see it
That's
happening.
a tough one, you know. Chelsea has our number. But like I said, this game here is a day before my birthday, so the only reason I'm going for 3 points is because hopefully
And
I don't even remember the game come my birthday.
the one thing I'll say about the Chelsea match is it's very early on in the season, and we see time and time again different teams trip up to start the season. They're getting their groove in. They're still trying to feel out what their best 11 is sometimes. And Chelsea, they have a little bit of uncertainty, like I said, up top, in the back as well. So I think it could be one that we could nick a point or possibly 3 maybe. It just depends on how we come out mentally, that mentality, that hunger, that fire. Cubed, round us out, please. 5 games, 15 points. How many do you think Tottenham are getting?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think 13 points is what I was
All
thinking
right,
too.
all right.
I
We're all in
actually,
consensus.
I mean, I think that we win at Southampton. I feel like but we win narrowly, to be totally honest, because I feel like we've been kind of narrow the last couple of preseason games, and I feel a little bit we haven't had a clean sheet, and I think that they're still trying to work out some kinks. So I think we narrowly get the 3 points at Southampton. I think that we win at Chelsea. We at Stamford Bridge. I think we win
2 wins.
because yeah. So now, but the thing with Chelsea is like I feel like they're a team that's broken right now.
Yeah,
Like their spirit.
Head
is
coach
broken.
is unhappy.
Yeah. Yeah. Their spirit is broken right now. I think we also are going to go hard. I think Conte is going to be like similar to how he was with like Liverpool, where he was just like, he has a game plan because he really wants to win at Chelsea. And so I think that we'll go really hard at Chelsea. And we do usually actually do well in those like big games, with the exception of Chelsea in the past, but big games.
Yeah.
I think where we drop points is something in regards to like Wolves or Nottingham Forest,
Hey,
because
I've
that's
been saying
typical
Nottingham
Spurs
Forest.
behavior.
Mhm.
Typical Spurs behavior. Wolves is really looking weak because they didn't really sign anybody in preseason, but they are going to park the bus, and we still don't have anybody to break up the that defense and
Yeah.
create stuff.
Bring it
So
up,
one of
bring it up.
those we're going to draw points in. So yeah, and
You're
we'll do
definitely
fine.
going to mess something up, I think.
Yeah, out of those
Something's gonna get
3,
messed up.
out of the 3 last games, one of those are going to be a draw because we don't have. They're going to park the bus, and we don't know how to break it up.
Okay. I think if we get a player like Madison through the door, it could be a different story. But with the current squad that we have right now, I would have to agree with you for sure. We had seen it time and time again last season, and including a side like Wolves as well. Remember, I don't believe we beat Wolves last season, did we? Well, yeah, we did. We beat them
The
at the
first
Molino,
one.
but the second half of the season, we dropped points at home. We lost.
They
so-
didn't even have a Domatroy.
Nope, they did not. He was off to Barcelona, like you like to call him, Jacob.
Barcelona, Fartalonia, whatever you like. You can serve it up. I got them all.
Wanted to go over something real quick. Tricky asked a question earlier on in the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted to address it, but yeah, this was a little bit of an impromptu live stream today. Definitely glad everyone who's in the chat joined us today. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us. Hit that
Big
like,
ups.
hit that subscribe button as well. If this is something you enjoy or continue to want to watch week in and week out, we will be continuing our normal live stream schedule that we had over on the Tottenham Away channel, which was at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7:30 p.m. UK time. So that'll be every Friday, same time, same place. It'll be right here on the United Spurs of America YouTube channel, and then we will be going live every time and time again, post-match throughout the season as well. We'll give you guys a heads up on Twitter. If you don't know our Twitter handle already, I will go ahead and hide this real quick. It's under me right here, U Spurs of A, United Spurs of America. So if you are interested in whenever we may be going live, we will definitely let you know over there. But also,
or just hit the bell on YouTube.
Hit the notification bell, and you'll never miss a video.
Here's something I want to add on top of that, Michael, because while we're plugging away, I'm going to plug a few things in. And I'm not talking electrical appliances. Big shout out, Tricky One. Thank you for that. Great question. Michael and I have been talking about this. It's me and Mike versus the world right now. So the way things are going, there's going to be a lot of random pop up. I'm actually working on some graphics for. I'm going to do we're doing post match reactions. We're still going to continue the Friday show just over here on our channel, and then I'm going to just be doing. Michael's a regular adult, a hardworking adult man. And he's got a 9-to-5 job, you know what I'm saying? So he's not available all the time. My main job is a parent. So I'm with my kid. But when he goes to sleep in the middle of the day, usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm just going to do pop-up streams. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Whoever wants to join can join. I'm going to do just pretty much interactive. We'll just go with the flow. Whatever the hell we talk about is kind of the direction. It's definitely going to be Spurs-oriented and definitely going to talk about things that I've seen. But definitely want to hit that bell on YouTube because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming to this channel, this very channel. Big shout out to everyone who's already here if you're just watching this on playback as well. So Leo, thank you. I was watching you listen to my spiel and I could just see you sucking it in. So I hope you'll be a part of some of those pop-ups as well. Leo, you're part of the family, so you're always welcome.
Yeah, you already know, man. You know how it is, bro. You can count on me for whatever, bro. You can count on me and with Mile High Hospital for whatever. I goes for Mike too. You know what I mean? Yeah, United Spurs of America, bro. You know what I mean? So you guys got to be united. And
we're united out here.
Yeah,
you're our Colorado affiliate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm with that. I'm with it. You know what I mean? And so count on me for whatever, you guys.
Yeah, definitely want to thank Leo. Want to thank Cubed as well. She's making her debut on this stream on our YouTube channel. So thank you to the both for taking the time out of of y'all's days and joining us today on our stream. We really do appreciate it. And also, we know that you too, and as well as everyone else in the chat, are consistent, loyal supporters. So we just want to give a quick shout out to every single person who are in the streams, commenting, joining us. If you ever want to hop on. But regardless, we really do appreciate the support. It's a long season. It's going to be the third season for me and Jacob as a podcast and the second full season from start to finish as a podcast as well. So it's going to be fun. We're going to get some merch out there, hopefully within the first half of the season also, so we can give it to all of our loyal supporters and you guys can rock it wherever you may be. But until then, stay tuned. But yeah,
also,
been
if you like to, if you want to be a supporter of the pod and get first dibs on merch, etc., hit that link below or just go to the link below, anchor.fm/United Spurs of America. And click on support. You could do anything from like $1, $2 a month, $5 a month, $10, whatever you want to do. And that'll greatly support this channel. It'll bring more streams, but bring just more overall value to the show. And you'll be our #1 supporter. So that's always fun. You get first dibs on merch as well. So, we'll shout you out. We'll plug you. You're welcome on the shows. It's basically you're a supporter. That door is a revolving door. You know what I'm saying? It just opens and closes whenever you need. So big ups again if you're here already.
All right, everyone. We're approaching the final few minutes of this show. We want to wrap it up real quick with some quick fire Premier League predictions. So first off, I'm gonna give Cubed and Leo a little bit a little time to think over their answers because they don't have as much time to prepare as we did, Jacob. So I'll start with you. We'll go over to me, and then we'll round it out with Cubed and Leo. Premier League top 6 predictions. Jacob, start us out. Who you got?
Top 6. I can definitely see City winning the league again. It's just kind of what they do. And Liverpool coming in second close again, because that's kind of what they do. So I'm going to say City will probably win the league. Then comes Liverpool second. And I'm going to say we're not actually too far behind second in that fancy, cozy little third place. That's where I got my Tottenham Hotspur. And then I got fourth. I got Chelsea finishing fourth. I still think they're a quality side. I think they'll start cutting heads off if things aren't looking good, and they'll figure out a way to get your European football again. So I see Chelsea coming in at that 4th. At 5th, this is where things start getting interesting. I think you got a little 3-headed race between I was gonna call them some against Arsenal, the Jokers, the Blokers, the Fakers, whatever you want to call them. Arsenal, I hate them so much. I'm losing my mind right now. I see them and United and West Blam again fighting for that 5th place. I can see Man United doing something. They got a new coach. They get a little something. So I'm going to say 5th place is United. 6th place is going to be Arsenal. 7th place, West Blam. You don't even make top 6. We're just predicting top 6. West Blam didn't even make it. Losers.
Okay. I'm going with Liverpool to win the league this season. First off,
Darwin Núñez take his shirt off.
I don't think he's going to have as much of an impact as I think other people do right now. And to be honest, tap in header today, tap in merchant. As far as I'm concerned, far below Kane. He has a lot riding this season if he wants to be as good as Kane or any of the other top strikers in the league. Regardless, I think Liverpool's going to somehow pull it out, man. I think Salah and Firmino and company are going to have another good year. I actually do think they're going to get it over the line this season and beat Manchester City to that Premier League title. I got City coming in second. Like I said, I just think Liverpool will be a little bit better than them this season. I don't think Haaland will have as big of an impact as other people think he will. I still do think he'll get his goals, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to win the Golden Boot by any means. I'm going to have Tottenham third. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Harry Kane's scoring at least 32 goals in the Premier League this season. I think it's going to be his best ever season we've seen so far. He's the fittest he's ever been. He's locked in. The difference between last summer and this one is night and day. I just think it's going to be a special season for him personally, and I think our squad is just much, much stronger than it was last season. There's more depth in the midfield. Hopefully we can get some more center back options in before the season really gets going as the transfer window closes. I have Chelsea in 4th, right behind us, Arsenal in 5th, and then United in 6th. But that's it for me in the top 6.
Before Leo and Cube, we're going to give you actually a little more time to think about yours. If you want to change anything, I'm going to read through some of the people who have submitted their top 6. Wikipedia, what's up, big dog? They got City winning the league, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, Man U. Hey, that's the same as
so
me.
He
We're
thinks United is going to be 5th instead of Arsenal. I think Arsenal gets the edge slightly over United this season. I don't know.
I see United doing something, and Arteta being our. I think he sucks. He sucks. I can't wait for the Amazon Prime thing to come out. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that because them speeches that have been coming out, they're hilarious. They're not motivating. They're hilarious. Football, don't sleep on Fulham. We'll speak about Fulham in a second. That's our live. Tricky One says, as it stands, Man City winning the league, Liverpool 2nd, Spurs coming in 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 5th. Agreeing with you there, Michael. But lots can change. For example, can see Chelsea going out spending loads of. That's exactly why I see them getting 4th. I see them as like a 5th or 6th, but I see them dropping a bag in January and making sure that they get that 4th place.
Or even the rest of August, too. There's still a few weeks left in the transfer window. You never know.
Hey, big shout out to Fartalonia, though. They've been, hey, who you trying to get? Let's get
Keep
that
pulling
one.
cash out of their ass, man. I don't know how they find it, but yeah.
Hey, someone's selling something outside that stadium because they pulling up with the cash.
For sure.
I'm just
All right,
saying.
Cubed. Over to you. Premier League top 6. Who you got?
Yeah, I think City takes it again. I did watch Haaland play, and I was a little doubtful of him, but he's actually playing pretty well. So I think City take it. I think Mane there's going to be a loss with Mane that people are underestimating. So I put Liverpool 2nd. And I back us for 3rd, and I actually think that we're going to close the gap a little bit on Liverpool. So they're going to give them a little bit of a run for their money, and they're going to be looking back at us.
Cube, I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. How many points roughly do you see us getting if we get 3rd? I'm thinking at least 75, but that's just me.
I think we're going to get, I think we're going to get 80, like 78, 80. Like, I actually think like high.
We finished with 71. I don't think it's unrealistic to say that we can get 80 or more.
Yeah, well, I think we'll get like 10 points more. So
Okay.
And then, I really hate to say this, like hate to say it, but if we're talking about as of now, I think the Gooners take fourth.
Okay.
And it's because they made some pretty good signings for their just like for their squad, like for what they needed to do. And I think that like they have a lot of spirit right now as far as like the team feels really like together and everything. So I think they'll get fourth as of now, unless Chelsea and Man United go and get some like crazy signings the next like few weeks. No additional crazy signings. Then I think that Chelsea gets fifth and Man U gets sixth because Chelsea, like I said, Chelsea's broken. They got quality, but their spirits are broken.
Okay. Okay. Leo, round us out, my friend. Premier League top
Yeah.
6.
You know that CQ was really. I'm really close to what she's going with.
I was on the fence too, whether it was Chelsea or Arsenal I put at 4th, but I decided to go with Chelsea.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with City. City's gonna win it. Let's be real, they're a cut above. They really are. I think this year is gonna be for sure Jurgen Klopp's. Actually, let me change that. It's gonna be Karen Klopp's year to not really have his team running. Firing on all cylinders. I think they're gonna struggle this year, and so I'm gonna put
Okay.
Tottenham in second.
Wow.
Edging
All right.
edging out Liverpool. We have the capabilities of doing it. If we just reverse some fixtures from last year, and when we put some W's instead of L's, we're way up there with them, swinging with them. So I believe a lot in what Conte is gonna bring to the table after this preseason and just having a whole season ahead of him. I think this year is going to be really good for us. I could put us in second, Liverpool in third. I'm going to go with them people down the road there too to go in fourth. I hate to say it, but they picked up some good signings as well, and then I'm going to go with Chelsea in fifth. Sixth, I'm going to give it to Man United just for the simple fact that they got rid of Pogba, a little bit of turmoil there, with him. It's always hit or miss. I'm curious to see what's going on with Ronaldo over there.
Yeah.
Getting pimped out to all these clubs, and seeing what's going to happen with him.
I don't think he's going to play for them this season. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a move to Bayern.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing I do know is Ericsson is going to be sitting there picking locks that we're going to need picked, so that's the only reason I'm going with them in sixth. They're in Europa League, so they do have European football this year, so they are going to have fixtures piled up, especially come towards the end, towards the end of December and shit like that when we pick up again. So it all depends, man. Depth is gonna go a long ways this year for our squad. For Liverpool, City has depth. Liverpool has the depth already. We're getting the depth that we need. So, at the beginning of the season, guys, we all start with 0 points, and at the end of 38 games, it's the better team. The better team with more points wins. So, all is possible. But come on, you Spurs. I have faith.
Mm-hmm. I really
All right.
I really think that next season we could start pushing for second, maybe even challenging for a title. We actually sign some world class center backs, etc. It's an exciting time. Preseason's done. We're wrapped up. Next time we're watching Tottenham versus Southampton. This is gonna be a great first test. They're not no pushovers, but they're not no Tottenham Hotspur either. So you're right, Leo. Just listening to you, man, I was getting excited thinking about like, bro, anything is possible. Actually, when you think about it, anything is possible. What if City gets like 3-4 key injuries and they are just struggling to make top 4? Liverpool suffer because, like Cube said, Mane's not that great. Mane's replacement is not as great. And, hey, maybe Tottenham going to squeeze up in there. And you never know. Maybe we sign a world-class center back in January or before this window closes. And we've really changed things and really pushed for a title charge. Maybe I'm just getting hyped up because we're all hyped up. but I'm starting to feel like maybe we can go for the league title, dude.
Maybe,
bro.
man.
I want,
Maybe.
I want to one of these days be able to just give the lads like a locker room hair drying, bro. Like, come on, you guys, get out there and fucking fight for the badge. You know what I mean?
That's something that like I wish I could see. I wish we could see Conte at halftime because for me, I'm like, oh, he's gonna go. Well, me and my brother, shout out my brother Jeremy, he. What we always talk about with all sports, like when the coach is in there at halftime, if they sucking, it's towel whipping time. You know, when you. So I'm like, well, Conte better get in there and what, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. I want to see it happening. I feel like Jose had to hold back a little bit because he knew the cameras were watching. I'm getting excited. I'm starting to get a little sweaty too.
I'm getting excited too. You know,
Yeah.
anything's possible, y'all. And speaking of anything is possible, you know what else is possible for some clubs? The relegation zone, baby. Jacob, start us out, man. 3 teams that are getting relegated this season off the top of your head. Go.
Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham.
We
That's
wish.
my dream. That's my dream 3 to fall.
Yeah, me too.
No, actually, my dream 3 to fall would be Arsenal, United, and Chelsea. Those are the 3 I want to see relegated. I do not like United that much because I have some good buddies of mine. One is just a Man United fan because I don't even know why. He's just a dummy. But the other guy, he's a Man United fan because he's from there. Or he says he's from Brighton, but he's always been a United fan. Anyway, my actual 3 that I think have a legitimate chance of going down. It's hard to go away from these the teams that recently just came up, but for me, I don't see Bournemouth. I see them going down. I see them same echelon of Norwich City type quality. And this is not bashing any of them. I think their quality sides. They got a good coach that got them up there with Scott Parker. He's a good guy. I just don't think they got enough quality. And then what's really interesting is you look at the other 2 relegation teams between Fulham and Nottingham Forest. They're both made some signings. They're both making an effort out here. So, you know, maybe they – big up Jacob and Jeremy, yes, sir. Maybe they make a big push to stay up, kind of like Leeds has and kind of like Brentford has. I'm a little worried about Brentford. I think Brentford could sneak in and they're either going to be – they're going to be down there. I can see, that's what I think. I don't think they've made enough incomings. They haven't replaced Eriksson. I see Leeds staying up. So my 3, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking out loud, and I'm talking with y'all right now. I'm more talking to myself, but I'm going to stick with what my heart and my gut is telling me. It's going to be Bournemouth that goes down. I'm saying Southampton is going to go down. I don't think I'm worried about Southampton. I enjoy them because Harry Kane loves scoring against them, and I think so does Sonny. We love scoring against them. We always get a goal, and they don't have Danny Ings. So, hey, I think that Southampton will be that second to last team to go down, and then either Fulham or Brentford.
Okay.
I don't know
think,
if Fulham has enough depth to fight the whole season.
All right, I'll go straight into the point. I got Leeds. I know they got Brendan Aronson, American lad. I know they have Tyler Adams, American lad. They're not moving the needle for me, man. They lost Rafinha, their best player, in my opinion. Haven't really replaced him yet. I know Aronson's a good talent, man. We haven't seen him in the Premier League yet. I just don't really know how big of an impact he's going to have. So up to this point, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to him not performing as like a Premier League star, and I think that they will struggle this season. I think they have a good chance of going down. I'm going to go Leeds, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth. Cubed.
That hurts, bro. I don't want Leeds to go down. I'm not trying to drag this out.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want Leeds to go down, man.
Cubed, you got a 3? You got a 3 on your mind yet? All right, let's hear him.
I mean, I think that everybody that's coming up is going down. I think.
Wow.
Bournemouth, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, but I do think that if anybody stays up, that came up would probably be Forest because they actually signed some and good effort on them. And I think that for that last spot, it's going to be Forest battling it out with Everton. because
Everton was a
they
team
have
that I told Jacob they have
You
a
did.
chance to go down again. I'm just saying
Yeah,
they're going to be down there.
they I think are going to be battling it out more than Leeds would be because Everton hasn't signed like anybody but Tarkovsky, and they lost their best player as
They
well.
have
Richie.
Dele.
Yeah, I know, and
Dele Alli. I
and,
just don't think you understand.
and Dele is, oh my God, he's so Spurs because he bottles it. He bottles it so much.
We got Dele.
God,
Yeah,
I
that
love
sitter
the
he
dude,
missed in
but
preseason
I mean,
was not. And they got mollywopped by Minnesota United. That's a
yeah,
bad sign. You might have
yeah,
y'all might be onto something low key
yeah,
for real because
yeah,
they got, was it 4 or 5-0? I think Forest could
yeah.
stay up too, bro. They're not a bad team. They did well FA last year, and that was when, and in FA was when Jed Spence was struggling the most.
I'm
So
sorry,
Yo, just
Wikipedia.
real
I'm
quick,
sorry.
just real
Well,
quick. Sorry to interrupt you guys and C Cubed. Did you guys happen to see how Everton brought on that Evertonian to take that penalty shot? It's a good
No, I
clip
did
going on.
not.
Yeah, I mean, you guys should check it out,
wait,
bro. Fair
what
play to
clip?
Everton. So there's this longtime Evertonian fan. I don't
Oh
remember the guy's name.
yeah. I saw that.
They brought him on the pitch. They were winning already 3-0. You know what I mean? And they ended up getting a PK,
He scored the
and
pin.
and he scored the pen. You know, and he ran right in front of the one of the famous stands there in Goodison Park. You know, and kissed the badge. And I mean, just fair play to Everton. You know, probably one of the highlights of their season, bro. You know what I mean? It's
only
gonna be. But
highlights.
yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, it would be one of their only highlights is having a fan come on the pitch, you know, and drill the PK. But yeah, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to
Oh
put that
no,
out there. So we're talking
No,
about
fair
Everton.
shout. I mean,
yeah,
that's a good call. I did see that on Twitter, and I thought that was nice of them. Maybe they can do some more community service when they are in the championship, have a little more free time.
yeah. I mean, that's what so like I mean, it's going to be Forest, Everton, and Brentford that are going to battle for that last like relegation spot, I feel like. And I agree, like, tricky. Yeah, Forest could stay up, but that's why they're going to be battling for that last spot because they all three of them seem to want it.
Speaking of one, big up Spurs Talk Show, Shawnee boy, my dog. How you doing? Can't wait to have you on the show, my friend. I think that's about it, Michael. We were just going to come on here for 30, 40 and just chat shit, but we ended up having our distinguished guest in Leo and C Cubed, and I think that really set this thing over the top and really helped us keep going. So thank you both. Thank you both so much for
Wait,
joining.
Leo, did you give your relegation?
No, I didn't. Jacob
come on,
relegated
Jacob.
me off the bat.
You've been
Yeah,
relegated.
I know.
I'm just playing, bro. You're promoted. You're promoted. You're European level, bro.
I'm
I'm
here
playing
taking
on
over.
Wednesday night.
I'm taking over the
The cube takeover.
Michael and Jacob's show right now.
Go ahead, Leo. Give
Yeah.
us your relegation zone, my friend. Apologies
Yeah,
for Jacob skipping over you.
That's my
No,
bad, bro.
that's
That's
all
my
right.
bad.
That's all right. So I'm going with Bournemouth, Fulham, and Leeds to go down.
Oh, he's feeling the Leeds vibe, Jacob. He's feeling the Leeds
I'm about to
vibe.
fight
Yeah.
both of y'all.
Bro, they got rid of their best players. Calvin,
Both of them.
Mike didn't
Both
mention
of-
Calvin Phillips that left to City. You know,
Their
and then-
second
and
best player.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're done, dude. They're done. I know you guys are all about the USMT, you know what I mean, and stuff
I'm
like
not,
that.
Bro.
man.
So,
I mean, I like him, but
I am.
Brandon
I am.
Aronson and Tyler Adams does not move the needle for me in the Premier League.
Bro,
They have to prove it.
Weston
prove it.
McKinney, captain. Come on. I love to see it. Ricardo
I don't
Pepe
know
up top.
that team, bro.
But McKinney's a different class than the other two right now. Like at their point in their career, McKinney's clear for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm excited, bro. I think 2026 is going to be U.S. year, but also during this World Cup, this channel is going to be bringing you USMNT content, watch along, reaction. We haven't decided exactly yet. If you got any ideas, shoot them our way. But if you're into the World Cup thing, we're gonna be going off on this thing too. Like I said, me and Michael, we popping.
We are. Well, it was a fun live stream, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Cubed, Leo, thank you so much for joining us today, and everyone in the chat as well. You guys were absolutely fantastic today. A little bit more of a tight-knit, more intimate stream because it was an impromptu one, but regardless, you guys were absolutely fantastic again. So just a quick shout-out to Cubed and Leo for joining us today. As always, an absolute pleasure with you both. And then also, just once again, shout-out everyone in the comments, everyone in the chat. Absolutely fantastic today. Jacob, any other shout-outs you want to give out?
I'm going to shout out anyone who has the bell and have subscribed and who's been in the live chat. Y'all my dogs. Hit that bell. Again, we're going to have random impromptu pop-ups. Ain't going to be much planning involved in some of these things. But again, every Friday, same time as usual, just a different channel. It's not the end of the world, but you can still find us here. We're still going to be talking the same shit. So going to be looking to have a fan show come out too. That's going to be involved with the pop-ups. So once you guys guys and gals hit that bell, get reminded, and it'll let you know. I'll definitely put it up at least like 30 minutes to post, like, hey, in 30 minutes we're going live. And we'll put it on the Twitter, etc. But big ups to anyone who's just been involved. Big ups to Cubed. My last thought as well, Leo, you just got promoted. You're back in the Premier League, my friend.
Thank you. Hey, real quick, can I take 2 seconds of your guys' time real fast?
Of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Jacob, when I reached out to you, bro, you told me you were having this stream. I postponed my stream, bro, so I could get on with you guys, show some love. So if it's cool, I just want to invite anybody in the chat and you guys as well. C-Cubed you as well. I'm gonna be having a stream later on, 5 p.m. my time, which is 7
In an
p.m.
hour.
An hour
New York.
from now. Yeah,
1
almost
hour.
An hour from
Yeah,
now.
about an hour.
Mile High Hotspur.
So,
Go tune in,
yeah, if you
everyone.
guys wouldn't mind, tuning in and
You're gonna need to
and
change
anybody and
your.
everybody is welcome.
You're gonna need to change your name, bro, whenever you come in, and have it up there so people can see Mile High. Because sometimes I pronounce things funny. Just that way, Mile High Hotspur, like Mile High Stadium. Definitely want to go. Definitely want to go check them out. And big ups, man. Thank you for postponing and joining us today. Aaron, macaques are always popping up. That's right. Big shout out, Hotspur Hood, for hosting the Hoodlums. You can find us. Mike, you haven't been indoctrinated as a Hoodlum yet. We're waiting for it.
Not yet,
Leo,
not yet.
we're waiting for you to be indoctrinated as a Hoodlum. Late night. It's late night for us in the USA. Cubed, you're a Hoodlum. I don't care what you say. You're a Hoodlum. No, you're like, oh, I've only been on twice. You're a Hoodlum.
Honorary hoodlum.
Yeah. Once you come back more than twice, you're a Hoodlum.
Bro, I'm down for that, bro. That's their channel?
The Hotspur Hood. That's you previously known as Tommy Talks Ball. It's the Hotspur Hood. Colin, talking ball. He was a part of that. He's a part of that channel. He runs these late night chill streams. We just get on there, have a good time, scare Aaron. If you talk about movies that aren't even horror movies, you can check all that out on Hotspur Hood.
Hell yeah. But yeah, no, definitely go check out Mile High Hotspur with Leo and Brandon, I believe, right? Brandon's his co-host. So definitely go check them all out. Parker. Excuse me, Parker.
Big shout out Parker. He tuned in yesterday to the live
He
stream.
did.
Big shout out Parker.
He was active in the chat. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another United Spurs of America live stream. Post-match, Tottenham 0, AS Roma 1. Preseason is finally over, and the next time we see you live on Friday, we'll be previewing our Premier League opener against Southampton at home. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a very, very interesting one. Conte's tricky lily whites are in full force, full transfer window, first full preseason with Conte at the helm. So definitely stay tuned to this channel. Stay tuned on Spotify as well on our podcast. Hit anchor.fm/United Spurs of America. Up the lads. And Jacob.
Come on, you Spurs.
Quiz.
United Spurs of America.